Salutations, my lords and ladies. It is us, your movie connoisseurs, and we are back at it again. I repeat, we are back at it again with another half movie review, half just loving the movie altogether. But before anything, I gotta give that little quick synopsis. In a world where dinosaurs again can walk through Earth. All right, I don't even have to go into that much detail, ladies and gentlemen. I think you already know we're going to be talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, if you haven't seen any of the Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World movies, I highly recommend y'all go leave this video, go check those out, and come back. Or if you haven't even just seen the Rebirth movie yet, just go check out that and come back, because it's going to be spoiler heavy in this video, like all our other videos, spoiler heavy. So you know what to do. If you're regular, you know what to do. But without a doubt, hands down, I recommend watching the Jurassic Park films and the Jurassic World films. I think that they're amazing. I love the jump scares with the dinosaurs. I think and there's also just like a lot of philosophical questions, especially about just like humanity, everything as a whole, and just the need for nature and all that. But enough yapping. Mach, you want to say anything before we continue?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the master of cinema over here. In terms of this whole franchise going on around, I think it's varying degrees of good and bad, even throughout the originals. But it's all definitely worth a watch to really dig into and just dissect for what it is, and also for the messaging that it has.
But like always, I'm the connoisseur, and you got your boy, the master of cinema himself, Machi, coming at y'all. All right, but now spoilers are ahead, so you have been warned, you have been alerted. It's time to get into it. All right, Machi. Today we are talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. Hit me with that dinosaur raw editor when you edit this, bro. First things first, bro. As always, Machi, I always gotta ask you. So, what did you think about the movie? Be completely honest. I want that brutal honesty, bro. What did you think of the movie? Jurassic World Rebirth.
It's about a 6 out of 10 movie.
6 out of 10 movie. I would highly agree with that. 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 for me, if I'm being honest, bro. Like, it wasn't bad, but don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad. It was not bad at all. It was a lot better than I was expecting it to be. I'm not even gonna cap. Especially because like I was expecting it to be kind of like before the events of what was the last movie? I think it was like Jurassic World Domination.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like before, like, even before. Like,
I knew it was gonna be after.
I did not. I thought it was gonna be like, all right, when I see Rebirth, I was thinking like maybe it's like before Jurassic World even happens. But I was glad to see that, like, because one of the biggest things I feel like Jurassic World domination had, and like especially even Jurassic World, is like when they start doing like those crazy experiments, like really testing the bounds of like how they can, like what they can do with these like clones and stuff like that. So I was excited to see like a little bit more of that, especially because a little bit of the scares were pretty good. Like I that's one thing I love about Jurassic Park is like how they do well with like the little jump scares with the dinosaurs and stuff like that. So I'd say they did a good job about that. But for me, I would definitely say again like a 5 to 6, like you have said. Second thing I want to say is that hands down, like, so how did you feel about like the character dynamic, like the acting, everything like that? So like, how did you feel about that?
All right. So first of all, they got a bunch of pretty good actors
100%
going on throughout this movie. All right. Obviously, Scarlett Johansson, the star throughout this movie, is doing really good. They even got Francis from Deadpool in here, even though he didn't stay for too long.
Yeah, true.
Especially, they also got Marshala Ali. Over here. You see him in a bunch of stuff, and you always he's just one of those recognizable faces. You know he's going to do a good performance all the time.
You know,
I even got Jonathan Bailey, that was so hard going throughout the movie. I'm like, I know this character, I know this actor going on here, and I really liked his performance throughout it.
Yeah. What do you remember him being in? Because I know exactly what you're talking about. Like when Wicked. I saw Jonathan. Yes, he is in Wicked. Oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. Wow. Yes, he is in Wicked, bro. But he's in other stuff too. I've seen him in other stuff. I just can't remember right now. Like I know there's like a whole like other series I've loved like seeing him in. Oh wow, no, there has to be more. I swear I've seen him in other stuff than just Wicked. There has to be. I guess the only thing I've seen of him is actually Wicked then. That's so weird, but I swear I've seen him in other things. Oh, I
Oh,
think
it's also in
Bridgerton.
That's why
There we go, Bridgerton, because he plays Anthony. He plays Anthony in Bridgerton. He's one of the Bridgerton brothers. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, I was about to say because I love him in Bridgerton, bro. I love season 2, bro, with his whole story arc. That was amazing. But yeah, the acting was good for me. I honestly believe that. I would say the acting was good. I enjoyed the dynamic between the characters and all that. I feel like hands down for me, my favorite person in the film was probably like Duncan by Maester Shala Ali. Like Duncan was a vibe. He knew exactly what he was doing. Like hands down, he was like I wouldn't say he wasn't like comedic relief, but he was like
he was more of a moral compass.
He was like 100%. He was more of like the moral compass in like the movie, especially when they're having to decide between either like going straight to the island or going to save like the stranded family that's like out on the ocean. Like he's like, nah, we're just gonna turn like this is like it's like this is the job I'm paying you for, but this is my ship. Like I like that. It was like no, we gotta lock in. We gotta go save these people. It doesn't matter. The money is nice, but hands down, I'm not gonna trade in my morals for that money, and I respect that.
Yeah.
This is one thing I will say about the movie. It felt like I don't know, because like it was 2 hours long, but it didn't feel like it was 2 hours long. It didn't feel like it. It felt like it was like straight to the point. All right, there's this crazy mission this rich guy's inviting on Scarlett Johansson on and her character. She's like the only one that's gonna be who has the skill set in order to handle this mission, right? But now we need a know-how is it paleontologist? Is that what a dinosaur specialist is? I don't think it's
technically, yeah.
Yeah. Like we need somebody there that knows what the dinosaurs look like and can identify them. Bring that nerdy guy around. So we're bringing him on. And then we also got this mercenary group that for some reason like we are just able to like pick up because the one person that is like the only person we know that can do this job knows those people.
That's Scarlett Johansson's team.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson's. Oh, that's like her legit team. I thought this was like coming for mercenary buddies.
But they're friends, but they're a team. This is the team uses to do things like this.
True. Yeah, but it's like when I was looking at all that, I was kind of like just like seeing that kind of dynamic, and then like you go to like you see the family because there's always that like the normal people, like it's the people that like low key ready and they know what they're expecting in every single Jurassic Park or Jurassic World movie. There's like the people that know and they expect this to happen. And there's always that like bystanding family with like there's always like a young kid. There's always a young kid in every single film, bro. That young kid that like low key like you're seeing like her deal with all this kind of situation. And then like it just cuts to like, okay, the bad guy gets killed by the dinosaur. Of course he gets killed by the dinosaur at the end. And then it's like this whole like, oh, everybody survives, everybody's good. Let's go. Rebirth, let's go. End credits. Like it was long, but it was also quick to the point. Going back to the little girl, bro, that little girl, hold on. Where let me go back to the cast.
She's Isabella
Delgado. Isabella Delgado, bro, played by Adriana.
I think that's her first thing. Is this child actor's first thing?
Oh, really? Well, I will say this. She did an amazing job. She did 100% amazing job, bro. She matched the look of being traumatized so perfectly, bro. When she saw that guy literally get eaten, dog, the face that she had when she like witnessed that, I was like, yep. That little girl is traumatized. I literally said that we were watching the movie. That girl just got straight traumatized at that very moment. Oh, God. But
technically, this isn't her first thing. She's been in Phoenix in 2022.
Oh, really?
Also a short film. Yeah.
Okay.
This is her first like big thing. So it's really good.
Word. All right, cool. But what did you like? So what did you think of like those like scenes with her, bro? Because there's one thing I want to really bring up, but I just want to wait to see like how you felt a little bit.
I enjoyed her character. I knew her character throughout it. I enjoyed. It's kind of hard. Actually, I enjoyed her. Right, I enjoyed her going around in little kid character. Her actions, right? Her little relationship she makes with the mutated Triceratops. Yeah. Right. She didn't really strike anything super special to me. I just thought throughout the movie that she was playing her role really well.
No, I got you. Yeah. This is what I kind of want to go back and bring up with her character, and that's what I kind of brought her up to begin with. I wanted to focus on her is because there's this one part that always hits me with like Jurassic World or Jurassic Park and all that stuff. It's like when she says like, I hate dinosaurs. I wish they never came back. I was thinking to myself like, but they never, it was like they never chose to come back. Humanity made them choose to come back, like legitly, like. humanity put like
between the talking points.
yeah, like they literally like a scientific like science scientifically genetically engineered.
Genetically engineered.
Thank you, mate.
Genetically engineered.
Genetically engineered these dinosaurs, bro. That didn't like they didn't choose to come back. Like scientists and like experimental like just like literally breaking the laws of nature to bring these things back, and then try to use that to make a buck, and then it turned out terribly. To even the point where like you go back to Domination when Jeff Goldblum's character is giving that whole speech and all that stuff. Like I really understand what he's meaning by that. Like they're saying like everybody's like they're here now. You can't just put them back, and you can't just hide them on the rug. You can't lock them away fully. Like they're here now. You could try to, but even in the first bit of the movie where they're trying to like just like regulate all the dinosaurs like that, it didn't even work out fine because then literally that one dude got killed. So that one scientist gets killed off by the D-Rex, and like everything else just keeps going crazy after that. Like these animals are here to stay, bro, and we put them into this predicament. We put them into this era that we're in right now that they're forced to live in. It wasn't their fault. It's our fault for pushing the bounds in nature. One thing in particular, I feel like, and this is just me, like I feel like sometimes Hidden doesn't realize that like the world doesn't like I feel like a lot of people feel like the world needs us, but in reality, especially like if you look at like Dr. Stone, or you look at like any other series where it kind of has like the extinction of life and it's just like animals and stuff like that and all that situation, or even like you look at Tarzan, General Book, or like this and that, like the circle of life, nature, and all that stuff, they can do just fine without us, right? Mm-hmm. They can do just fine without us. The same way, like when you're looking at like, for instance, like I don't know what dinosaur it was when they're stuck like on the road and they have to like maneuver with traffic and all that stuff because they're stuck there. Everybody's like, oh, dinosaurs, like all inconvenience. Again, they didn't choose to be there, bro. Same thing with like regular animals like deers, raccoons, birds, and all that stuff. You're like, you get annoyed when like you hear a deer or you hear that, bro. That was their land, like that was like legit their land, like where they were at first, bro. Like I mean, understand we need these roads, we need that kind of movement, hands down. I'm not saying like this to be like any type of way. I'm just saying that like you gotta look into their standpoint as well. They're stuck on this earth. They're not used to all the stuff that like we because they don't have the brain capacity for it and this and that. But like these animals, man, like this is their world too, and they're just trying to find a place where they can go, they can move, they can walk, they can carry or travel with their children to go to different areas to go eat, find food, to forage, and like when you see them as an inconvenience, to be fair, vice versa, we're not making it easy for them either. We're not making it easy for them either. So the same thing with like the dinosaurs, like they're just trying to live, especially because they're all dying out because they're not used to the environment that we have made for ourselves now. Of course they're dying out. Like we like 100% like probably air quality and this and that and that and this, like it's not good for them either. So it's just like they're suffering because of the choices that these scientists made just to test the balance, especially like those eldritch horrors that got made because they really wanted to test the balance and see what they could create. That's the problem, man. Like you need
it goes into goes into what Dr. Henry was saying. This whole conversation he had with Krebs, the villain, right?
Yeah.
That Krebs, the main villain, goes basically he has the viewpoint that humans are the most important species on Earth, and he goes, "No, we aren't. If the Earth really wanted to, it would just shake us off and kill us."
Exactly. Right?
It's this interesting thing that, yeah, humans are like the most evolved species on Earth, right? We're the best. We have intelligence. We can communicate with each other. We can gather together in a more structured community and make things better for the entire whole, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, with all this intelligence that we've gained and all this reasoning we've gained, we still have the capacity to create our own destruction. And we continuously test the bounds and just inch ourselves closer and closer to keep on doing that.
Absolutely. Especially like if you see it in other series, like anything with to do with like zombies or parasites or this and that, like it's legitly when we're testing the bounds, especially with sciences, and then like things just happen, or like this virus comes out, or this crazy creature comes out, or this thing gets created, and they're like, what, how did this happen? Why did you think it wouldn't happen, bro? Of course it was going to happen. The minute y'all test the bounds of what nature is capable of, and y'all made something that y'all know for a fact y'all shouldn't have, that's when everything went awry, bro. But instead of like holding that accountability, we're always like, oh gosh, we have to kill this thing now. It didn't actually brought into existence. Whether it's the monster, whether it's the virus, anything, we made it. Now we got to deal with it. And I like your point that like we don't realize that like there's like the amount of stuff that we do. There's a high percent chance that it will lead to our own destruction. But I feel like some people then go into like, hey man, you gotta crack a few eggs to make an almond, bro. But I'm not trying to get the entire like is it like 8 billion? No, it's like 8 trillion
people.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to crack all those eggs just to get like one thing, bro. Miss me with that. Yeah, especially because like if you look in the movie, the whole premise of the movie is that they need to go get these 3 blood samples from these 3 like long living dinosaurs because they have like they have the biggest hearts around, right? Or they can find like a cure for like maybe heart failure or a cure
they're
for,
basically
like,
looking for a cure for heart disease.
Heart disease
way to extend human life even longer, right?
Yeah, and it's like, but like the main thing isn't just to help people though. That's like that. Like you realize that, like, especially with Rupert friend's character Martin Krebs. His whole point isn't even like, especially like when everybody signs up for it,
it's to make money from it.
It's to make money from it. It's not even about like helping society. It's literally just about making money. At the end of the day, and that's the same thing with Jurassic World was because here's the thing, right? Or Jurassic Park. One thing in particular I want to bring up. This is like the last thing I'm going to bring up. That part with like I don't know what those dinosaurs are called. I really don't know what those dinosaurs are called, but it's like the really long necked, long tail to the point where I was terrified. I was terrified when I saw the long tail.
Sauropod?
Yeah. When like the,
or you're talking about the ones that they see in the movie this time?
Yeah, the ones that see in the movie this time, not like the regular ones, like the ones you see in the movie this time, where like like they're doing that whole mating
sauropods
ritual.
were the one. Yeah, so sauropods was the one that was on the street.
Okay, no, not the one on the street. It was like the one where it's like those like really long dinosaurs, with, like the long tail. That's what I'm referring to. Like to the point where I was getting terrified because I thought it was like a giant prehistoric worm or something, and I realized it was a tail. That there's beauty to this nature, and I feel like that was the set idea for Jurassic Park, to bring these creatures back just so you get children and like future generations can see the beauty in them, right? But like the things that happen to ruin that is like greed, all this like economic capitalism and this and that, right? Which changed that narrative from something that was supposed to be beautiful, a beautiful gift to everybody to witness that kind of nature, and turn into like genetically modify, trying to make something bigger and better, trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to test the balance to see how much we can put out to the world, to see how much we can make a quick buck. I mean, like legitly from Jurassic Park to Jurassic World was like, yo, we got all this stuff for your safety. Come check this out. It's all good. We got everything situated. And then bada bing, what happened? The dinosaurs broke out. People started dying. People started getting taken out. Like remember when they went back to Jurassic World? You see all the aftermath of everything that happened, bro. It was a whole massacre, dog. It was a whole massacre. And what? Just for a little profit, bro. It's crazy. But it was just like going back to original things. Just you see the beauty though of why you see two sides of the coin, right? You see the bad side, which is like the whole profit stuff and the whole testing stuff. But you see like the main kind of objective, what I feel like the original scientists of Jurassic Park wanted, is just to bring back that beauty. So I'm not gonna lie to you. When I hear like
the scientists wanted, in a sense, yes, but it was actually created for no.
Yeah.
Especially when you go into the books.
Which is true. Oh, you have gone into the books?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Bet.
Yeah, it was, the whole point was to make money, despite the danger, right?
Oh, okay. Well then, I just felt, because I'm just remembering from the movie, because I haven't read the books, right? But
the movie is different, yes.
Yeah, the movie is different, yeah. But I just remember, like, because there's always that one character, whether it's in the Jurassic Park or the Jurassic World, that understands the beauty of these creatures, right? And like that's this whole kind of focus, which is mainly what I'm trying to draw to in my point. It's just that like seeing that scene was amazing. That scene was top tier, my favorite part of the movie. With like those two dinosaurs, like it's just chill. They're just mating. They're just doing their thing. They're just chilling. They're just like, well, they weren't like mating, but they bumped their heads together, which I guess is like the ritual for those dinosaurs. I guess I don't know, but like it was just beautiful, especially when you see all the other dinosaurs like running, and it's like this whole like Lion King aesthetic kind of like just beauty to it. I was like, this is what initially I feel like that should have been the main. That's what I should say. That should have been what the main focus was for Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, not to make a book, but to bring back that kind of beauty. And I feel like people forget that kind of beauty when it comes to like other kind of situations, right? Because nature is beautiful.
Animals,
yeah, nature is beautiful. They're not like just nuisances. They're not just problems to be had, and they're not like this and that. Like nature in itself is beautiful. No matter what kind of creature, they are beautiful. Even in some case, some person out there finds mosquitoes beautiful. Me, I don't get that. I hate mosquitoes, but I know there's somebody out there that loves mosquitoes, man. Probably you in the comments, viewers, but without a doubt, nature has that beauty to it. So sometimes I feel like we forget that, and I feel like Jurassic Park kind of made that point clear with like those two dinosaurs. So that's all I want to say about that. But any closing statements for you, Machi?
Oh, so this is a big one. This is, I think, the biggest thing that really just lets down this movie and brings down a whole lot. There were a lot of fake out deaths that should have killed people.
Oh, 100%. 100%. 100%.
Let's not get it twisted. There are some people that would die. I find it really interesting, like the placement of it. So, like, first of all, when they're on the boat and all that, right?
Yeah.
And then my man, who was he?
It was Ed Skrein. Ed Skrein was the first to die.
He was the first to die. My man from Deadpool.
Yeah.
Francis.
Yeah, Francis. Where
Francis?
is
Yes.
Francis?
Just gets pulled off. That was a cool scene, though.
Yeah.
To really see how they were dinosaurs work together and hunt. That was pretty cool, right? And how they do in the water. And then the lady, she got. I think this was also that lady's first movie, especially big movie.
Oh, the older sister?
Nina.
Yeah.
The lady with worse on the boat.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Keep going.
Yeah, her name is Philippine Veg. That was her first.
Never mind.
Any movie? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was the that was the boat runner. Yeah, that was the other boat runner.
Yeah. She did a pretty good job. Fantastic job, right? And she gets killed off when they're on the beach and all that. And they keep on going. I knew this is how just tropes work. I knew the clerk, the Frenchman, right? It's played by Bashir Sullivan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna die. That was expected, right?
Of course.
I was just waiting for it. And when they got to the Quetzalcoatl, and then it ate him, I was like, I like the way they did that, where he's climbing and you don't see him die, but you see until you see Quetzalcoatl get up there first.
Yeah.
And then he's in the mouth. That was interesting, right? That was a cool way to reveal that death. That was pretty cool, right?
What? Yeah.
Then it came to the kid, right?
Yeah.
First of all, that T-Rex should have killed them all. Let's not play around, right? They should have been dead. The whole family should have been dead from that.
100%. 100%. Oh, I want to go back to the Felipe thing, bro. I did want to say this. I love the part that, like, you low-key see the dinosaur on the land before, like, because you know, like, she's getting her, like, all the stuff that's on the beach.
Yeah.
You see the dinosaur in the corner. That was cool to me. Because you see the dinosaur already there, and I was like, and it starts diving into water. I'm like, oh, it's, like, leaving. But I was like, wait, no, it's not leaving. And then the minute when you see, like, it cuts to just her, she's, like, the main thing on the screen. I was like, oh, yeah, no, she's literally getting chopped up right now. So I just wanted to say that. But the entire family
behind the baggage.
Yeah.
And then you just see that.
You just hear her screaming. You don't even get to see her getting chopped up. You just hear her screaming behind the bag. That was crazy. That was interesting. But like, I agree with you. That whole entire family should have died. Especially like, or even like Xavier, the boyfriend, dude. When he was taking a piss and like literally that like those like raptors.
The raptors were coming up,
bro.
On him, and the flying ones just came in.
That was plot armor. That was plot armor, bro. That was on God plot armor, bro. That he should have died by then. Also, no, actually, I'm gonna let you bring this up, but I think you already know. We already know what I was referring to. But the last person, I'm gonna let you talk because this is your point. So you go.
Yeah, but definitely the kid when they were with the T-Rex, and you thought the T-Rex like killed her for a second because it was eating up the raft. I knew she wasn't. Did she fall from the raft in that scene, or was
she just like dipped? She just dipped
I was
down.
thinking she definitely dipped down because if she felt that raft, no way, she'd have been dead. Either way, they all should have been dead from that T-Rex. But really, kind of
the biggest one though,
pissed me off. You know, was Duncan.
Yeah,
Duncan should have died at the end of the movie.
Duncan should have died. He should.
I was like, okay, I knew he was gonna survive the second they didn't show him getting eaten. True. That made me upset already. Now he came back, and first of all, you shot off another flare. Why didn't it just come by and eat the flare again?
Yeah.
That was weird. You set off another flare to alert your friends to where you were. It can't swim, even though it's big. It can't. What are we doing here? It just like came over to you and ate you anyway. Again,
I don't know
that was
how
so
he
weird that he
escaped that.
survived.
Yeah, no, that made no sense. Because, like, dude, it was like that close. I think it was like basically like maybe like 1 foot away from his face. Not even like not like 1 foot, like a couple like inches away from his face. There's no way he survived that unless like he like immediately dodged and dived the minute it charged at him. But it made no sense because that thing is fast. The thing is, well, it's not fast, but it's like it's got like a
No,
quick
it's
kind
pretty
of lunge.
fast.
Okay, yeah, but it's got like a quick lunge speed. So I was just like, I don't know. Especially when he was screaming, it was coming even closer. I was like, that was a wrap for him. But I knew he wasn't gonna die. I knew he wasn't gonna die. I sensed it
Yeah.
because it's like, especially when they left that like kind of like moment where it's just like, oh no, Duncan's dead. And it's like kind of like quietness. That's when you know it's like, oh, check it out, Duncan's alive. Like, bro, it's like the end of it.
A bit too more of a point on that.
Yeah.
It's a worry for the direction of Jurassic Park, right?
Mhm.
With this whole, these are the mutated versions of the regular dinosaurs, right? And there's also been these talking points that dinosaurs aren't interesting to look at anymore, right?
Yeah.
To the public eye in that world, also maybe a bit to the audience, that is us, the audience members. So in this one, we're not just fighting dinosaurs, they're mutated. And especially it worries me when you see the Gigantosaurus that's been mutated all up. It doesn't feel like I'm looking at a dinosaur when I'm looking at that. It feels like I'm just looking at a monster. And
Yeah,
that's
no, for real.
done on purpose. It's a purposeful thing that it's looking like a monster. But it really worries me that this, if they keep going with this franchise, it's gonna kind of lose its roots.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like from like the original kind of like original dinosaurs to like all these like mutated
Like
it's
original
gonna
monsters, like original,
yeah
like
it's gonna be like
so
Eldritch
like even if you go
Horrors
to
type
Jurassic
monsters.
World, right? So after
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, now you go to Jurassic World. We modified better dinosaurs now, right?
Mhm.
This modification keeps going and going. So it really worries me how far they're going to keep going with we modified it this way to these ways to even
Yeah,
worse. It's not going to be so much like a dinosaur movie as it is straight up just a monster movie,
yeah, true. No, I get
which
what you mean.
they're kind of similar already, but you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, well, guess we'll find out the next time they come out, like the next one, because you know there's gonna be a continuation, especially with all these new characters. It's gotta be. Um, but going forward, viewers, just want to say this. Let us know what y'all thought in the comments about Jurassic World Rebirth. Let us know what you thought about just all the other Jurassic World movies. Which one was your favorite? Hands down, your favorite dinosaur. I would love to hear that too. I don't know dinosaur names, so I'll definitely take the time to look them up. I've always loved the pterodactyl, in my opinion. How about you, Monty?
The what is it, Spinosaurus?
Okay, we're all right. We got two, so y'all have to keep the conversation going in the comments, yo. But don't forget, just like, subscribe, I don't know why I said cry, but like, subscribe, check out all the other videos we got going on. We will be doing this more and more each day, so keep just coming in and tune in. We love y'all, viewers. Build this community with us. But we're gonna bid you a farewell, bid you adieu. I am the Connoisseur, and
Master
we got
Cinema.
100%. And this has been Jurassic World Rebirth. Give me another dinosaur roll, editor.